Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to day one of the 5-day Wealth with Ease activation. Oh my gosh, it's finally here. Here we are. I'm waiting to see all of you come on in, join us, give your love. By the way, if you're new to our family, that's how we roll. We love on each other. We celebrate each other's wealth, our desire for wealth, our abundant experiences. So get used to that. That's how this is going to be today. Oh my gosh, here you all are. Yay. So as you're all coming in, I just want to give a quick shout out. I just got a list of the top 5 people who have been inviting other people to our 5-day Wealth with Ease activation. The top 5 at the top of the leaderboard are Brianna, Renee, Marcia, Tanya, and Lynette. Massive gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You are crushing it. I think Brianna has like 26 people or more that she's referred. And for every single one of you that used your referral link and you entered for a chance to win all of our prizes, but you're really looking forward to winning the ultimate prize, which is a trip to Hawaii, I'm rooting for you. And what I really want to say from my heart is thank you so much for thinking so highly of this 5-day wealth experience that you would invite other people to join us. And if you haven't yet, we're not doing the drawing until I'd say Wednesday or Thursday. So you still have a chance to share your referral link. Share your referral link, get as many people as you possibly can. The highest number of points wins that prize, that trip to Hawaii. All right, so keep going. And with that, I'm going to turn my handy dandy timer on because I want to make sure that we stay on time today. Are you so excited? Today we're going to talk about day one is all about realigning. Yes, we're talking all things wealth with ease. I know that seems like an oxymoron, like, wait a second, wealth with ease. Yes, that's exactly why I named it that, because I want to turn your world upside down. I want to prove to you that those two things can coexist. And we're going to start with science. We're going to talk about some neuroscience actually today. So strap yourselves in, get ready. If you're new to my world, get ready for high energy, like it's going to be like the Tasha Vortex. That's what they call it, the Tasha Vortex. Get ready to experience it. I want you to have your journal ready, pen and paper. One of the things that we do here is I ask you to type in the chat for 2 reasons. One, I want to make sure you're following along. So I'm going to ask you to type to reaffirm and actually create a new neural pathway. If you're writing, that's great, but I know you're getting it when I see you type in the chat. So when I ask you to type, it's part of my scientific process for ensuring that new idea or maybe that old idea just got reaffirmed in your subconscious mind and a new neural pathway has been created, right? That lets me know you got the goods. And then number 2, I'm going to ask you to take some actions and I'm going to ask you to type certain words so that you can get things or do things. So just get ready, have your pen and paper for the notes you want to take, but be ready to type. That's the energy that we have here, right? And so if you hear me saying that, that's why. Now, today, and I see that we've got everyone here. You all have $11,110 to spend. And I asked you, really put yourself in the place of all my bills are paid. I am wealthy. I am the kind of wealth that $11,000 is just sitting there. And it literally has a sticky note on it and it says joy. Joy for you. Nothing practical, like your bills are all paid. Everyone's taken care of. And the reason why I go to the extreme of asking you to put yourself in that space is that we don't dream. We don't dream. We think about wanting more money to pay off our bills, to save for something, to put money aside for something else, but not to dream. And so this fun activity that we're doing this entire week, you're going to spend lots of millions. We're going to give you a lot of play money, is to put yourself in that place, to open up your consciousness to the feeling of having overflow and abundance and wealth. And so, yeah, you have $11,000 sitting there to do something that brings you just pure joy. What did you all spend it on? Go ahead, type. I want to see, I want to hear what it is that you all spent it on. I want to hear, how did you, I'm looking over here at the chat, by the way. And thank you to those of you who are tagging your friends and saying, hey, come join, come listen in, come be wealthy with me. Yes. And yes, that is a money dress. Is that a money dress? Yes, that is. Talk about great branding, right? So I want to see, thank you for referring people. Oh, some people are going to Greece. We got all kinds of fun things. All kinds, going to Ghana. I love it. Turks and Caicos. So you have $11,000. Think about something like I shared this morning. For me, I use this money to buy to install landscaping around my house. Yeah, it's probably extravagant to someone, but my home looking like the tropics, like the island looking tropical, brings me so much joy. And that's how I had decided last year when we did this. That's how I decided I was going to spend my play money, and then it manifested. So there you go. Okay, I love it. Thank you to all of you that are sharing. And this is the thing, as you see what other people are typing and how they spent their money, I'm telling you, I've gotten so many ideas by looking at what you wrote. So thank you for sharing. And everyone, okay, someone in there is paying off their student loan. All right, I know you probably think that will give me relief, but will it give you joy? I want you to think of something that's really just in the joy realm, right? Go into joy, massive feeling of joy. Okay. Now you're here with me for 5 days, and I want you to know over the course of the next 5 days, this wealth vortex that has been created, we are going to each day build on on the prior day. So I'm teaching something today, then I'm building on it tomorrow, building on it Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So you want to plan to be here every day, all of this week for at least an hour. Just do it. It's the best gift you can give yourself. I promise you. And we're also going to have an activation at the end of every single one of these lives. Every day at the very end, we're going to do an activation. So make sure you stay for that. And we're also, as you know, giving you play money. Make sure you're playing. Make sure you're in the Facebook group, Wealth with Ease Activation Experience. Make sure you're in that Facebook group, typing and sharing how you spent your money and looking at what other people did. Like, cheering them on, like, yay, I see it for you. That's awesome. I'm there. The energy is what gets this to work. So have fun, play with money. You also got an evidence tracker. This is what we're going to use every day. This is, you just print it and you fill it in. This is how I use my play money. This is what I bought. I want you at the end of 5 days to see all of the ways that you are dreaming and what it is that your heart truly desires to call in, because you have created this kind of wealth. What can more wealth give me in it? Things and experiences and joy and expansiveness. You're going to have 5 things at the end of this week. It's going to be so much fun. You are going to have so much fun. And then on the other side, I want you to document, once you're in this high vibration, what are some of the things that you're seeing as evidence? Where are you seeing proof of the abundance of wealth in your life? This can be that you're finding pennies, that you got a coupon in the mail, that you got an unexpected check, you got a new client, that a business deal that you've been waiting on just out of nowhere just closed. Watch for it. What you get, what you expect, right? So we have this blank so that you can fill it in. The universe does not love void. That is why I put it here, so that you have space to fill in your evidence. That's what your evidence tracker is for. And I love it. I see lots of you sharing the link, it looks like. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I want to talk about my intention for doing this. Why have I committed the next 5 days to sharing everything that I know? Number one, I want to uplevel your wealth consciousness. Here is what I have found. For a long time, those of you that have been in our family, we've been talking about money and money freedom and financial freedom. And that's like one level energetically. I want to take our consciousness to the next level, which is conversations about wealth. And I could have just said wealth, but I really want us to tap into wealth with ease. Well, just feel that, wealth with ease. I want to prove to you that wealth and wealth with ease is actually your birthright, your birthright. My little Jamaican accent was going to take off the T and the H right there. So, wealth with ease is not a fantasy, is not a thing that some people have. It's not a, oh my gosh, you got to earn your stripes to get it. Like, literally, you came here to have the experience of abundance with ease. I want to prove it to you. Actually, I want to remind you because you already know this to be true. And number three, I want to show you what is getting in the way of you expressing this natural gift that you already have to have wealth with ease. What's getting in the way? Well, Tasha, if that's my birthright, then why am I not experiencing it? Okay, I've gotten to a certain level of success, but I'm stuck. Okay, like I have been in this career, I've gotten to this point, but it just feels like the next level feels ginormous. Like, oh my gosh, how can I get there? What is getting in my way? I want to prove and explain and show you in a way that is just, I'm a very simple girl. One of the things that you're going to love about me this week is I bring these like intense, deep concepts, and I just bring it down to simple layman's terms, and your truth within you goes, that's it. So that's why. So I want to show you what's getting in the way, and I want to teach you how to resolve it. So bring your awareness. This is what's stopping me. And then I want to give you the solution, right? So both things, not just one, both things. Now you're probably asking, well, Tasha, how do you, like, what gives you the right to sit here for 5 days and talk to me about this? And while there are so many people that are in this live today that have been a part of this for forever, like, can you give like some hearts? If you've been in my world for the last 10 plus years, put some hearts so people know, yes, they are amongst people who've been a part of this for as long as I've been here, right? The reason I can sit in front of you is that I didn't read a book. I didn't go get a certification. I didn't watch a movie. I didn't go take a weekend course. I sat on my kitchen floor and cried in fear over money. I saw myself standing at my mailbox, pulling out overdraft notices, pulling out letters from my Chapter 11 bankruptcy, sitting there every afternoon, seeing the evidence and the proof that I had failed financially, looking at my children in the car and going, this will not be the legacy that I create for them. I can stand here in front of you because I took myself up off of the kitchen floor. I did the work. I went and I didn't read the books and put them back on the shelf. I did the work to change my life to my wildest financial dreams, to my wildest, all of my dreams come true. I'm sitting at a place in my life where that woman who was on her kitchen floor stuck, not knowing where to go in business, knowing where to go next financially, not knowing if her dreams were possible, to living every single dream that I dared to craft in those moments of fear. And that's my greatest credibility. Now, on top of that, I have worked with well over 20,000 people, showing them everything that I learned and I put in place for myself. And I have had people pay to be in our programs, and they have created well over $55 million and counting. That, why I tell you that is what I'm going to share with you this week. It probably will sound very simple. I can guarantee you many of you are going to go, yeah, I've heard that before. Or you might even say, I know it. But you know what? As you say those things, this is what I want you to question. But do I have the results? Do I have the results of everything that I know? Because without the results, you just know it. And that's not enough, right? Without the results, you know these things to be true, but you are not turning them into actual wealth with ease results in your life. And that's why you're here. So I want to tell you that I am teaching and sharing with you something I know works. I know it works. It's scientific. It's proven. And the results, forget my dreams come true. Within our community, well over $55 million real hard money as a fact that it works. And remember, people don't always voluntarily tell you their money that they manifested, right? So this is just the people who have shared. And so I want you to sit tight and know you found the right place. You're in good hands. Hang tight. So that's my intention. Now we're going to be together for 5 days. And I want to be really honest with you about this. I have committed to the next 5 days to give you everything I can in the 1 hour every day that I possibly can. Give what I've got to you. And the truth is, I'm doing this to invite you to create lasting change. How many times have you done these things? You come to an event like this, or you come to a virtual experience like this, and it's amazing for 5 days. And then what? And then what? So I want to tell you at the start, I'm going to invite you to continue on this journey with me for 120 days. And that invitation is going to start today. So I want you to start thinking about, what brought me here? Why am I here? What is the reason that I saw this and I signed up? I can tell you one of the things: you're ready for wealth with ease. Yes? Are you here because you're ready, not just for wealth or more wealth, but you're ready for wealth with ease? I know for me, I have built a business that has generated well over like multiple seven figures. Do you think I don't want more? I want more. I want more wealth. But here's the thing: where I'm sitting right now, I want 8 figures, and I want more than anything, more ease. And I know that's why you're here. Are you here? Like, are you ready? More wealth, more ease. Yes. Tell me in the chat. Come on, blow up the chat. Tell me that you're here. You're in the right place for this. And here's what I want you to know, because sometimes you question yourself about, I don't know, Tasha, like, yes, my consciously, I'm saying yes, I'm typing yes, I want it, I'm in, I'm ready, I've been hearing that for 2 months, I'm ready. And sometimes it's human to question yourself, but I just want you to know with 100% certainty that you were brought here. Your higher self, your future self, that version of you that is already wealthy, in the fifth dimension, living your wealthy life, knows that you can have the wealth with ease that you desire. And she, those of you that are some he's that are here, but mostly I know it's the wealth goddesses, right? So she brought you here. You can consider finding this 5 day activation experience as your bridge of incidents. This is your greatest evidence. And you know how you can know? For example, we ran ads. So many of you came here because you saw an ad on Facebook or Instagram, YouTube, wherever you saw an ad. Well, our reports show that millions of people, it's called impressions. We had millions of impressions, millions of eyeballs saw our ads. But you said yes. You would not say yes. You would not enroll. You would not go through the entire process. You would not be here watching me live if your future self did not know that this wealth with ease is an option that's available for you. For example, I don't see ads for chasing tornadoes because I have no whatever it takes to chase tornadoes. It's not part of my future. It's nowhere in my reality. So I don't see those things show up for me. And if I see an ad, I don't say yes to it, because everything in me knows that is not my future reality. But when I say yes to something, it is because my higher self, the God within me, is saying, hey, remember, this is available to you. Come listen, come learn, come remember, come see where, what are the steps to get you to the end result that you want. And so that is why you are here. You wouldn't be here if you didn't have the capacity, the capability, the everything that it takes to experience wealth with ease. You wouldn't be aligned to this, right? How many other ads have you seen that you didn't respond to? So if you responded, take that as your greatest evidence. That is your future self whispering into your ear and bringing you here so that you will get everything that you need to make that not a wish, but something that's inevitable. You don't dream about it, it becomes your truth, right? And I want you to declare right now, from that memory, from that future self, reminding you, every one of you type, whether you're watching live or watching the replay, I can have wealth with ease. Type it. This is my first thing. This is my first action that I want you to know. I can have wealth with ease. That is the first reprogramming. BS, it has to be hard. BS, I have to do just get by. BS, I have to build like a six-figure business. No, I can. I can have wealth with ease. That is my declaration. It's a soapbox I'm standing on. Thank you, future self, for reminding me. Oh my gosh, how could I have forgotten? Why has life done that to me that it has caused me to get out of alignment with the truth of who I am? Thank you. I remember now. I can have wealth with ease. In fact, that's why I came here. That is why I'm here, to fully experience my birthright. Not just money, not just financial freedom. Like we are going next level wealth, legacy wealth, not just for me, not just for my children, for generations to come. Yes, it is my right. It is the reason I'm here. I can and I will have wealth with ease. So if you're building a business and you have felt like you're stuck at six figures, that's just an agreement that you made. If you're building a business and you're in high six figures, or you have a career and you've been doing well, but everything inside of you is like, I know there's more. I know there's more. I know I'm capable of more. I know I can have more. There is more. It's called wealth. But we don't want wealth that we have to work hard and sacrifice for. We want wealth with ease. And because we are so powerful as creators, we get to choose. I want wealth and ease. I can have wealth and ease. I love that you're all blowing it up. Tell me, this feeds me when everyone's like, I'm a yes for that, Tasha. So here's what we're going to do. Now that you are all with me, we're all in the same place, we're all starting at the same starting point, which is the knowing that we can have wealth with ease. I'm going to introduce you to someone that is very special and dear to me. Here we go. So I'm so distracted by all of the chat. So I want to invite you to Diane. I want to introduce you, I'm sorry, to Diane Betancourt. You can all see her on screen. And so many of you in our family, you know Diane and you know her very well, but we have so many new people to this wealth experience. I want to introduce you to my best friend and business partner. We created this journey together. First, we did it for ourselves, and then we started sharing what we were doing in our own lives and in our own business with other women. And so here we are 10 years later. Many of you are going to get to talk to Diane this week. And so I just wanted you to see her face and her beautiful background that she's got. This is her backyard. Everyone here knows about Diane's balcony, where she manifests everything and sit and look at the water. Well, there is a view behind you. So Diane, can you say hi to everyone?
Hello, money manifestors. How are you?
All right.
I'm excited for you.
All right. So, Diane, the first thing I want you to share is that you have this, one of the things that everyone loves to hear from Diane is like, what is your definition of wealth with ease? What does it mean to you? Like we have gone through the money and the lots of money and we've done all of that. And now we're at this place where we're really owning wealth and wealth with ease. What does that mean for you?
Wealth to me means this. Just look at my backyard, right? That's wealthy. That I know that no matter what, more and more is coming. And that to me, we are all wealthy. We just got to tap into it. And so I'm excited for everybody this week to tap into that wealth so that they can all have it. Massive, passive cash flow. That's what I want. That's what we all deserve and desire. And that's what the water proves to me every day. The more I see the water, it's abundant. It keeps filling up and we keep filling up. And it's our birthright to have it. So that's what I'm excited for everybody this week to tap into your energy, our energy, to feel that wealthy vibration and then have the physical evidence of it, because we all deserve to have a business or a job that creates massive wealth for us.
And so it is. And so it is. All right. And so as you know, we're going to be inviting amazing people to join us for 120 days, 4 months of us serving them fully and showing them the way to this wealth with ease. What are you excited about for the people who say yes to that?
Wow. Well, they're going to see some people this week that said yes, right? I know you're going to share some people. And it's people always say to me, well, yeah, you showed me one or two people, but what about everybody else? It's everybody else. They all get results. It's that vibration. It's to come along on a journey of forever, you never look back. And that's what we can promise you. It's just a journey of just getting wealthier and wealthier and wealthier, and us tapping into that feeling. And that's why people want to do it again and again, because it's that next version of themselves that we're all meant to serve.
I love it. Everyone's blowing up. Diane, Diane, we got Diane.
Feeling it.
All right. So yes, the picture in the background she took, it's literally her view from where she lives. It's something that she talks about a lot. When you join our program, you're going to hear her talk about that a lot. It's like her manifesting spot. So thank you for using that to show everybody so they have a picture of what it is that you're talking about. All right. Thanks, Diane.
Thank you. Have a great week, everyone. See you in the groups and on the calls. Can't wait.
All right. Awesome. Okay. So now I want to tell you a tale of two businesses. I have, in the last, 15 years, I have built two 7-figure businesses, and it's two different stories. I want to tell you about the contrast so that you can understand the context of why I'm so passionate about this. The first 7-figure business that I built, I did it the hard way. I did it textbook, everything they tell you to do in business school. In fact, it was so by the book. I bought a franchise business and I did exactly what they told me to do. I worked really hard. I sacrificed a lot, not just my time. I sacrificed myself. I sacrificed my energy. I mean, I just gave body, soul, blood, tears, everything to this business. But the thing that I realized when I look back at how I grew that business, it was very masculine. It was very logic. It was very effort. And the number one thing that would encapsulate it all, hard work. And did I create a 7-figure business? Yes, that's what you all want, right? A 8-figure business. And that's one way. And there are lots of people out there teaching you how to do it that way. And I did it and I was like, wow, oh my gosh, this is a lot of money. Oh my God, I did it. But what did it cost me? It cost me my health. I ended up losing my marriage. I almost lost my children. I couldn't look at myself in the mirror anymore for all the things that I was willing to do to create those 7 figures. And it was not worth it at all. And then on top of that, I failed. I had to file Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Right? So that is business number 1. Did I make 7 figures? Yes. Business number 2. It came afterwards. And having learned that lesson, I decided something in me just intuitively said, there is another way. And I know that you're here because you're probably experiencing growing your business the story number 1 way, right? You're doing everything they tell you to do on social media. You're in every single do this course, strategy, Instagram, like all the things to do. You're doing all the things. You're working really hard. You're taking time away from your family. You're, showing up at every networking event. You're like building, doing, and you're doing all of that. But I want you to know that there's another way. Meanwhile, you're feeling like I did. There's another way. You just haven't been able to get the full understanding of, well, what is the other way and how do I do it? And so for me, it came intuitively where I was like, look, I have done it by the book and failed. So I'm willing to go out totally on a limb and try another way. And I decided that I was going to work instead of on effort and logic, which was just in my head. I was going to tap into the power that was within me. Somehow I just knew that I had a power inside of me that could create results far more easier, far more in alignment, far more feel good than my effort. And that power to do that was inside of me, was in my spirit and my heart. And so I grew this next business by being very intentional. If I could turn my camera around and show you my office, everything I want is written out. I spend all the time being crystal clear. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it include? Because the last time I just said I want to be a millionaire and I got it. and it cost me everything. This time I'm very intentional. Yes, I want the money and I want the wealth and I want all the, like the accolades of it all, but I want it in this way. So I was very intentional. I learned that I could use gratitude and the energy of gratitude as a strategy instead of all the head stuff that's strategy. I could use gratitude to grow my business. I could visualize results instead of working hard for them. And does it mean that I do all that, I journal, I intend, I visualize, and then I sit on my hands? No, that's a lie. I cannot tell you clearly. I'm here for 5 days. This is action. But here's the difference in the action versus the first one. This kind of action, it's inspired, it's flow. This for me is like pure joy. Nothing about doing this with you for 5 days feels like work for me. The weeks that I have been getting downloads, I've been getting all these downloads of what to share with you. It has literally, I just literally say, God, tell me what you would have me say. And as I learn it to teach you, I get it for myself as well. This is like, are you kidding me? This is bliss. This is wealth with ease. And so now in the second way, I have built a business that's generated multiple 7 figures. Easy. We call it easy and relax. This is easy. The other way was hard. Now you have these 2 businesses. Both have created 7 figures. Which do you choose? Business number 1 or business number 2? Business number 1, hard. You're in your head. You use your logic. You use your effort. You're grinding. You're doing all the doing. Business number 2, you use your power from within. You become intentional. You express gratitude for what you have and what you're calling in. You take inspired action. You visualize the result and enjoy the visualizing and the visioning of the results that you desire. Which do you choose, business number 1 or business number 2? I know that you're here because your future wealthy self told you business number 2 is available for you. It is one of the choices for you. No matter how hard it seems right now, no matter how impossible it seems, I can tell you, use me as the one person you know who's doing it. I found one person that I knew, my friend Mark, who was like, yeah, I don't want to work hard and I want success. And he's a multimillionaire. It's like, I just need one person. So if I'm the only person that you can hang tight to as your model for this, then so be it. Let me be it. Okay. Now, so what does that have to do with realignment and what we're here to talk about today, which is neuroscience? Do you all agree that everything first starts as a thought? Everything that we experience in our life is first a thought. I think that if you got attracted to this, you're high level, you've been doing all of this, universal laws and personal development and attraction work and spiritual work, and you get that. I don't need to go into that. Everything that we experience is first a thought, period, end of story. But what happens when you have a thought pattern that is out of alignment with what you desire? What happens when everything is first a thought, but your thoughts are kind of skewed? They're messed up. It's like, I want this desire, but my thinking is not in alignment with it. Well, I'm going to share a couple things with you, and this is all neuroscience. The very first one is called cognitive dissonance. This is the state where you have inconsistent thoughts and beliefs. Cognitive dissonance. You have inconsistent thoughts and beliefs. So, for example, I want wealth with ease, Tasha. I want it, but I believe I have to work hard to make more money. You can see how like these 2 thoughts are in conflict with each other. I really want wealth with ease. I really have this desire, but when I close my eyes and this live is done, the truth is I really deep in my heart believe that the only way to create massive wealth is to work really hard for it. And I know I believe that because I see myself doing it. Right? So that's cognitive dissonance, where you have inconsistent thoughts. Then there's cognitive bias. This is where you have a thought process that your brain uses to simplify information through a filter of personal preference. So your brain is processing all this information, but you actually, it's like sometimes it gets too complex. And so your brain uses this process of simplifying the information, but it does it through a preference. So that might look like even though I know, and I understand that I can apply the universal laws to create wealth with ease. Tasha, I've been studying universal principles. I've been reading the Bible. I've watched The Secret. I listen to Abraham Hicks every day, right? I'm signed up for com. Like, I've got it all. I know logically that I could use the universal laws to create wealth with ease, but still, I see that I choose to make myself work hard because that is a preference that makes logical sense to me. Even though I do all those things and I put myself in a place to believe and I get the knowledge that I can do it and it's possible, but I still see that I choose to work hard. Why? Because that makes sense. It makes sense to work hard for success. It makes sense to me to tell me to just practice the spiritual things, even though I believe it and I invest a lot of time and money and resources in learning more about it, I still choose to work hard because my brain gets that. My brain understands that preference, right? So Daniel Pink, the author of A Whole Mind, he says a cognitive bias is a glitch in the human mind that 99% of the time is going to lead us astray. What I have to ask you right now is, do you agree that we all, myself included, do you agree that we all have conflicted thoughts, conflicted thought patterns? We have cognitive dissonance and cognitive bias going on inside of our brains when it comes to creating wealth with ease. Does that make sense to you? Right? Yep. I see all the yeses. And we're just gonna call it out. If you don't understand what's going on, you can't resolve it. And that's my commitment to you. I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna break it down really simple. You're like, okay, so I see how I get in my own way. I was with a beautiful woman last week in Paris, and she just shared with me, she's like, I got to this point where I got out of my own way. For a few minutes, I got out of my own way. And it was the most beautiful thing to hear. But so many people don't understand why you say you want something, but you don't have it. And the thing in between is that you have conflicted thoughts. Now, why this is so important is that you have this other thing called your reticular activating system. And it's a complex bundle of nerves that sits in the back of the brainstem, and it brings to life whatever it is that you focus on, right? Literally, God made us, gave us this thing, this internal wiring that says this part of your brain, anything you give it to focus on, it's going to bring it to life for you. Like, you don't even realize how powerful you are, and you are thinking it's your hands and your feet that is all that's available to you to create, in other words, to work hard. But you're literally programmed. You have a computer chip inside of your brain that all you have to do is feed it with your desires, and it will create everything in your external environment that will bring those desires for wealth to life and wealth with ease to life. But if you are giving it different conflicting things to focus on, you can see how that's going to mess us up. And that looks like, I want wealth with ease, Tasha. But if I'm being honest with you, I worry about how I'm going to get there. How is it going to be created? Tasha, I really do. I want wealth with ease. I see it. I feel it. I think about it all the time. But most days, I just feel overwhelmed by all the things that need to be done. The Instagram post, the TikTok, all of these social platforms. I got to show up and post 10 times and do 50 reels. And it's overwhelming. But I want wealth with ease. I want it. But I sit, and a lot of the time I think about the client work I have to do, the finding the clients, the marketing, finding the right message. It overwhelms me. Or maybe it's like, I want wealth with ease, but I feel stuck. I feel stuck at the level that I am, and I can't see my way out. I don't really know how to do it. I don't even know my purpose. Tasha, honestly, I'm lost. I feel lost. I don't even have big dreams anymore, but I want wealth with ease, but I don't have big dreams that match the wealth that inside of me I desire. And the worst one of all, I want wealth with ease, but Tasha, if I'm being honest with you, I don't really believe anymore that I can have it. Can you see how your reticular activating system is going Which one? What do you want? What? Oh, I heard that for 2 seconds, but now you're spending the next whole rest of the day over here in worry and fear and overwhelm and anxiety and being stuck and not knowing what to do and not wanting to do anything and not believing. And like this superpower thing that you have back here is overworked, exhausted, confused, and it can't bring it to you with ease. In fact, what it is going to bring you, because you're focused on it, is all of those things that I just mentioned. Does that make sense to everyone? So what is the solution? First of all, I want you to know wealth with ease is possible for all of us. But what I have learned in 10 years doing this for myself, and the reason that I'm sharing this with you is, sure, I did it in 10 years, but what if I could show you how to do it in 4 months? What if I could take everything that I learned, all the stuff that took me a long time to figure out, and I could just give it to you in 4 months and you could resolve this for yourself in 4 months? That to me is priceless. That's what I pay. I invest in myself to shorten the time, to shorten the learning, to get out of my own freaking way. I just want to just somebody yank me out of this confusion that's going on in here. I have this superpower waiting to work for me, but I'm just messing things up, right? And so, yes, I invest in myself to get out of my own way. And I want to do it fast because I don't want to spend my life figuring out how to make the wealth that I know I can have and then a very little time to enjoy it. That plan died with our parents and our grandparents. Work your whole life and then retire at 75. Like, what? What is the point? No, right? We want to enjoy it now. So, what I want to share with you, what does that sound like when you're in this experience, is I now have wealth with ease. My wealth comes fast, easy, and consistent, and it grows. Imagine if that's all you fed your reticular activating system, not the conflicting thoughts, not the biases, not the cognitive dissonance, but the only thing you focused on is I have wealth with ease. I now have wealth with ease. My wealth comes fast, easy, consistent, and when I get my wealth, it grows. Imagine that. And now I want you to say after me, wealth with ease is not luck, it's science. Wealth with ease is not luck, it's science. And when you understand that it's science, we take it out of woo woo, we take out of like all the judgments that we have about this stuff, and you understand your brain works a certain way, and whatever you focus on expands. Whatever you give it shows up in your life. So I want to support you. I want to support all of you here by giving you a really powerful tool. This is your day one homework, is for you to fill out this document and to write yourself a new wealth story. I want you to type the word focus. Type the word focus, and you are going to get in Facebook Messenger my journal entry that will show you exactly how to start today writing a crystal clear, focused, this is who I am as the wealthy version of me. It's the exact process that I use every time I jump to the next tier, the next level of wealth. This is the exact process that I use. If you are watching this in a group, it might not work for you. So you want to make sure you look for the link. There's a link that's going to be posted with my name, Tasha Chen. You want to look for the link and click that link. It will get you the PDF in Facebook Messenger. Now, the reason why I have asked the team to give you this PDF in Facebook Messenger is a couple things. Number one, I want everyone getting our automated messages. We send you reminders. We send you the daily money to spend. We send you the link around how to join the group every day. Everything that you need to make this week the most successful, we deliver automated to you through Facebook Messenger. A lot of you have been experiencing our automated system. It's crazy good. Shout out to the team that does that. Amazing. And so you want to make sure that you get your PDF and that you respond to all the prompts that you get after that. Yes, I want the reminders. Yes, I want all the things, right? So go ahead and type the word focus. And then when this is done, you're going to check Facebook Messenger and print your PDF and do your day one homework. Now, I am so committed to you embodying this truth. The truth that is this. The key to quantum leaping into wealth with ease is within you. I need for myself to give everything that I have got for God to speak the truth through me this week, so that you leave this experience knowing everything that you need to quantum leap to your highest level, your highest expansion of wealth with ease. You already have it within you. It is all within you. It's not in the funnels. It's not in working harder. It's not in finding clients on a deserted island. It's not getting your husband to support you. It's not another certification or another do course. Why do you believe? Why do you believe so strongly that the answer is outside of you? Why do you believe that? That's a question to ask yourself. Why do you continue to seek it like in things for you to do instead of being, instead of embodying wealth with ease? Why does it feel like that's so impossible for you to believe that that's what it takes? Why? It's what I mentioned to you before, cognitive bias. You have a processing system that says, you know what? I'm going to choose. I prefer to think working hard is the way. Doing is the way, because that makes sense to me logically. That's why I'm going to continue to go seek all of these things that are more doing in nature. Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to talk to the VIPs about this tonight. I'm going to tell you point blank. I have two mentors. And I'm just going to use these two women who have six-figure programs, as well as, one second, as well as what I'm investing in. And none of us are investing in any doing things. We are all investing in being. We want to learn how to activate what is within us, what we know. We know how to do business. We know the things to do. We know how to stay busy. We know business is easy. Have a product, sell it to a lot of people, right? Like, we complicate it and make it really hard. And do you need funnels? And do you need to know Instagram? And do you need to find, yeah, all of that is there, but that's not what we lead with. We are investing in this, what's inside of us, the treasure that's inside, that's going to make wealth easier. So I want to show it to you like this. And I'm looking at the, oh my gosh, where did the time go? So I want you to think about life as a projector. How many of you remember these from our childhood days? I want you to think about this, and this is going to help really make sense of this to you. Slide number one, this one here, let's see. Slide number one is your past. This is your reticular activating system. This are the choices. This is what you choose to feed into your reticular activating system. So this is your past, and you're going to put it in here, and then you're going to look inside, and all you're going to see every day is what's from your past, right? This is what you're feeding your reticular activating system. Everything that's in here, this reticular activating system, it's like a movie projector. Right? So you're feeding it your past money traumas. You're feeding it your fears. You're feeling it your past experiences with success, if it was hard or easy. You're feeling it beliefs about success. You're feeling it the agreements you have to work hard. You're feeling it limited thoughts about how and when and what's possible. You're feeding it what's a lot of money to you. What's a lot of money? You want wealth with ease, but what's a lot of money? What's a lot of money in your family? You're feeding it, do I really deserve wealth? And so you, everything that you are experiencing right now is because you're giving your reticular activating system stuff from your past, and you're looking inside, and literally what's projecting on the screen of your life is everything from your past. But there's another choice, and it's slide number 2. And on slide number 2 is your future wealthy self. Tell me in the chat, tell me about her. What kind of business success is she experiencing? This is slide number 2, your future wealthy self. What level of business success is she experiencing? Where is she in her career? What kind of income does she command from all creation as her reward for just being herself and serving, being in service to humanity? What is the level of income that she requires, that she commands? What is her favorite luxury brand? Where does she live? What is her favorite vacation spot? And when she goes on vacation, how long does she vacation? This future self of yours, we want her, right? She is wealthy. She already has wealth with ease. And what we want to do is we want to put her in to the projector. We want to put her into our reticular activating system, and we want to focus on her so that when we look in here, when we experience life every day, it's what we fed our reticular activating system that we see. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. We know that this exists, but we keep putting the past in. We keep putting the past in. We want her, but we're on autopilot. Like we have number one and number two, but on autopilot, we keep putting in number one. Why? We are addicted. We are addicted to the past. We're addicted to the beliefs that we have. And so number two, even though we talk and we want a lot, we want everything that's in the future, even if you get in there, what's in front of it? The past. And you can click all you want. Number two isn't moving. You can click all you want, can hardly get in. Only going to see the things from the past. And that's why this is important. This process, step number one, to realign. And you're saying, Tasha, help me stop doing that. You're absolutely right. I live in the past. I live out of my limitations. I live out of not deserving. Help me. Tasha, help me to stop that. And I want to tell you point blank what it's going to take. Number one, you have to release that identity. It says in the Bible, it says in every religious text, you have to die to the version of you that exists right now. You literally have to take this and you have to go, bye. Bye, Felicia. Bye. Bye. Right? You have to recreate the new wealth identity in this so that you're always putting this in here. You have to heal money traumas. You have to step into, I deserve this wealth. I'm not feeling guilty about it. I'm not second guessing it. It's my birthright. I deserve it. That's what's required when you are in that version of yourself. And how do you always pick number two? As much as you possibly can, you have to master visioning. And that is why I created the vision alignment method. And so for the rest of this week, all you're going to see are the 4 parts of the vision alignment method. How to teach you how to heal money traumas, how to step into deservingness, how to stand for asking for what you truly desire, how to have it be revealed to you, and how to take action in the feminine to receive. Right? When you embody that, you start putting number 2 in all day, every day. And then what happens? It shows up on the screen called your life. And so if you are hearing all of this and you're like, Tasha, oh my God, this makes so much sense. This makes so much sense to me. I get it. I understand. It's not even like it's new. It clicks. Everything's clicking, Tasha. Everything's clicking. I see it. Here's what I know about you. Those of you that this is making sense for, you have a 10 out of 10 desire for wealth. You know you can taste, feel, touch. You have it. You know you are capable of the wealth. You know you have such vivid visions of it because you can have it. You came here to have it. I don't need to convince you of that. You know, like you know, like you know, right? So you're a 10 out of 10 for your desire. You know that you can have it. Oh my gosh, you already have a channel for this wealth. Whether it's an idea that you have, someone said this morning, coaches have been telling her, your vision for wealth is too big. That is BS. Do not live through anybody else's limitations. You have the idea, you have the business already in existence, you have the career already. Like Diane said, you already have a channel for wealth, right? You were brought here because that future self knows you have a lot of options you can choose from today. You can choose the option, the future self that stays the same. You can choose a future self that makes just a little bit more. You can choose a future self that, yeah, does succeed, but works really hard, sacrifices, struggles, and in the end, it's not worth it. Or one of the other options is the choice of the future self that experiences wealth with ease. And you have everything that it takes. And right now, you're right here, and she is right here. And she showed up and she pulled you to this event. She said, go listen, go learn, go hear. I need you to remember that I am out here existing. And the thing in between where you are right now and where she is you. And you know that everything that I've told you, the thoughts that you have, the limitations that you have, the deservingness that you have, the not believing that you have, right? And you're like, I came here because I am ready to be her right now. And Tasha, I want to do it fast. I want to do it easy. I want to do it with fun. And I want to feel fulfilled as I go from being where I am today to being her. And I'm going to tell you what I did when I wanted that for myself. I was here and we had built our business and it was very successful. We were making six figures, high six figures, maybe multiple six figures in a year. And I said, well, I see how I can grow and take 10 more years to get to this version of myself. But I want to do it. I want to take everything that I made in 1 year. I want to make it in 1 month. I want to start doing this faster, easier, and I want to make it more fun. And I knew that she existed, but the me in the current moment, I couldn't get to her without outside help. And so I went and I found a mentor who taught me what I needed to embody, needed to become more this Tasha. And I needed to do it quickly. And the next month, I 4 times our income in 1 month, right? Our annual income, 4 times our annual income in 1 month. And so if this makes sense to you and you are like, Tasha, this is the answer. This is why I came here. I've been looking, praying, and I need this. Then I want to invite those of you that you're feeling right now, this is what I need. I need help outside of myself. I need support. I need mentorship. I need guidance. I'm going to invite you to book a call and let's talk about how I can support you over the next 4 months. And the way to book a call is this. I listen to these words because when you type it, it's a declaration. I am ready for wealth.com. I'm ready for wealth.com. There are a lot of you here watching, but I don't want to say few because I know my heart tells me there's actually a vast number of you that you are ready. Your future self worked really hard to get you here, to commit this time, and you are ready. Go ahead and type I am ready for wealth.com. And when this is done, I want you to take a few moments. I want you to sit with the questions, fill it out, book some time to talk with us because you were meant to be part of our next 4 months. You can take 4 years, you can take 14 years, you can take 40 more years, or you can take 4 months and let's resolve all of the things that's keeping you from where you are to be in her in a short amount of time. 4 months. Fast, fun, easy, and fulfilling. That's my promise to you. Right? Yes, I see that you guys, you're all typing it. I am ready for wealth.com. And what you want to do is you want to type that into your browser when we're done and book your call. Okay. We're so excited to bring you into this family and this journey with us for the next 4 months. Now, I want to show you one of the things that I'm really passionate about is other women who started this journey just like you. And so first I'm going to invite Barbara to join me. A lot of you that are in our family, you know Barbara very well because she was our manifestor of the year for 2022, our
Yeah.
2022 manifestor of the year. She has done 3 of our programs and has just been this woman. If there's one thing I love about her is she does the work. She was doing the work way before she met me, right? But that's so many of you, like you're doing the work, but do you have the results in the time frame that you wanted? And so Barbara came into our program, did everything that we were teaching her to do, and she's manifested a lot. I'll have her share. But the piece that I really want you to share today, Barbara, is how you realized that even though you were doing all the work, you're actually secretly feeding your reticular activating
Oh, yeah.
system this idea that you didn't deserve the wealth you were asking for. So can you share with everyone, like what the process have been for you and some of the results that you've gotten working with us?
Well, I would say that I had a lot of fear about my future, my financial future, although I was doing well in the day to day. I was afraid I wasn't going to have enough money to live on when I was ready to retire. So, and yes, I did do a lot of work before we met, but what you did is you really helped me get clear and you kind of put it all together in such a way that it was actually easy to manifest and easier to integrate. Because I actually had done the science of getting rich before, but not the way how you had done it. And then, of course, the 4-month course. But I mean, I have had the results of everything that I've wanted, and I'm at the first number level. I think I shared this to you on January 1, that first Monday, that I have achieved my first level that I told Diane on the phone when I signed up for the course 3 years ago, I think it was, at 1920, around there, the fall of 2019. And so now I got that number. And you know what? I should have gone for my second number right away.
Isn't
Because I
that the truth?
truly am now at the place where I really do want to go to that next level. And I know I'm so capable of it. And I know, honestly, the more I relax and the more I listen to those guided meditations and the more I program the subconscious mind, the more I receive. Um, but I wanted to share one thing in terms of like this new level that I am at now
Mm-hmm.
and some of the confusion and the fears that have come up, new fears. And I think it's money trauma was the thing
Mm.
around choosing.
Mm.
So a very small example. So my dog died 2 years ago and we decided we would get another dog, but not yet. We wanted to move. We wanted to go on some big trips. We did all that. In January, we came back and there was a sign on our street for mini golden doodles. We called. The next day we went with the checkbook. I'm the kind of person that goes to the kennel and gets the dog. I've never done a designer dog in my life, ever. But we wanted allergy free. We were tired of vacuuming the dog hair. There were 2 left in the litter. We couldn't go
Wow.
home with one. We wrote the checkbook for 2. Here's one of them.
Aww.
This is JoJo Nutcracker, $1,800. Anyway,
Oh.
the other one's outside. So, but what happened in terms of wealth is that, okay, now all of a sudden we have vet bills, the food, everything. I woke up in sweats in the middle of the night, the second night. Kevin, what have we done? We got 2 dogs, 2 dogs. That's insane. From nothing for 2 years. And he's like, yeah, maybe we should. My friend Pat wanted the second one. Maybe we should give it Pat. We can't afford 2 dogs. I said, We can afford 2 dogs. We choose not to have 2 dogs. And I was really like freaking out about this, but I've been listening to you leading up to this. And also this morning on the Facebook Live at 8, we choose. You know what? I could have millions of dollars, but I'm the one that chooses if I want to spend my money or my time or vet bills on 2 dogs or 1 dog. So we decided to give Ranger, who's outside until Saturday with us, to my friend Pat, who was really ready. And she lives in the same development as us. So we'll get to see Ranger all the time. But it was it was one of those decisions, a pivotal moment of, oh, I can't afford. I mean, I seriously stopped him in his tracks. No, we want to spend our money on big trips. We just don't want the responsibility at the end of the day. And so instead of feeling like a total loser because we can't afford it, we chose to not spend our money that way.
I love it.
That was a big one for me. Very
That's
big.
huge. Well, first of all, you got the $1,800 dog. That's huge. And
And I
then
named him after my sister.
I love it. I love it.
You know,
And
Joy. This is Joy right here. You want Joy? Go get a puppy.
I love it. So the thing that, Barbara, for me, and those of you that have heard Barbara speak before, is you're in the program and you realize that you're doing all the work, but you have this thing around deservingness, right? And that's one of the things that I say. It's like that cognitive bias. I want wealth, but I really struggle with, do I deserve it? And so what do you think you are unknowingly feeding your reticular activating system is, I don't deserve it, or
Right.
I want it, but I really
But I
can't.
can't have it.
I can't have it, or that's not responsible to spend the money in that way. I have taught our people every time I find myself in that thought pattern, I buy the thing every time, hands down,
Well,
because I
that's why we
realize,
wrote the check and they got the 2 dogs and went home with the 2 dogs because we thought, "No, we can't afford it." But after we thought about it, it was like,
then you chose. That's
we
fine. You
chose.
make a
Yeah.
different choice. But
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I
yeah.
want people to hear from you, and the other thing is, you have a job. Like so many people go, "Oh, this only works for people who have a business." Well, you've
No.
done really well in
I
the
mean, I've
last
increased
year.
my sales by 25% the last 3 years during COVID. I've made the most money in this job since I started working in your program. Plus our rental income, I've created the lifestyle I want. 50 half the year in Vermont, half the year in Florida. And the Vermont property we had bought a year before I did the program with you. And we've doubled our rental income in 4 years. So now we can, whatever we get, because we rent it out during ski season. So the money that we get during ski season allows us now to go up there and have free time for 5 months in Vermont every year. The mortgage is paid off. It's like, it's just like fun. It's just like another job, only it's massive passive income, which Diane talks about the most. While I sleep, I make money. It comes into my account.
That's
So,
what we
I mean,
want.
I've created that and the rental, and then also my e-learning course. Slowly it's growing, and I'm signing on new clients. And I do go through the frustration of learning social media. So all you said today about I don't have that marketing and all that stuff, that's me too. So I have a lot of confusion around that. But I think, Bob Proctor talks about the gestation period. Like for me, it didn't happen overnight. I was on a good trajectory. But when I met you and I did the course, things started to fall into place more with more clarity, and the speaking and the mindset and the believing and the subconscious mind really knowing I deserve this.
Yeah.
My mother used to always say, "What do you think? We have a money tree in the backyard. What do you think? We're Rockefellers?" And I used to say, "Yes, we do have a money tree because money comes from paper." Or, "Yes, no, we're not Rockefellers, but they live close by growing up in New York."
So here's a new affirmation for everyone. I have so much money, it's as if it grows on trees. I have
Right.
so much available
I
to
have
me.
so much money. It's as if I'm
It
a
says,
descendant of the Rockefellers.
there you go. I love it. So what I want everyone to hear, Barbara, is in the last, I mean, I know because I've been intimately involved in watching you manifest. You've increased your salary 25%. You
Well,
have
commissions, because I'm on salary plus commission. My commissions,
your
my
commissions have,
commissions were more than my salary the last 3 years.
wow. So increase your commission. So if you're thinking I have a job, this doesn't work, that's BS. That's an agreement that
No.
you're making. It's a cognitive bias. Let me just tell you, right? 25% increase in your commissions to make more than your salary. You
Yeah.
have paid off your homes, you've paid off
Yep.
your cars, you've
Yep.
renovated, right? You are about to
Yeah, we're in
retire
the
this
middle of
year.
renovations right now. We're doing bathrooms right now.
You one of your greatest things was, can I ever retire, right? You're
I can
retiring
retire.
this year. Like,
Yeah.
so much has manifested for you, and as I have watched you, I think the piece around, I really do deserve it.
Yeah.
I
Huge.
deserve the millions. I deserve to retire peacefully. I deserve to enjoy luxury experiences. I deserve to have my things paid in full, right?
I
That
deserve
I
to enjoy all the years that I've put in and I've worked. And yeah, I did work hard. Of course, I worked hard. But then I learned to work not so hard, more in a relaxed. When COVID hit and we were doing the course, it was like the best thing I could have been doing because I didn't freak out. And I
Yeah,
learned how to relax more
yeah,
versus work, work, work.
yeah,
But I have to say, over the years, I didn't pursue like going for the big job within the corporation. I always just wanted to do my little sales regional territory because I didn't want to manage people. And I felt like I want freedom is my fundamental choice. I always wanted freedom. I don't want anyone breathing down my neck. I am an entrepreneur at heart.
yeah.
Leave me alone and I'll bring you the business. And so they do.
That, oh my
There's
gosh,
been
we can
so
go
many
on and
things.
on. Like, there's so many things while we were in the program, and teaching Barbara how to write intentions. And I mean, literally, you were writing what you wanted to
Every
experience
day.
in your business, and it was just coming. You're like, oh my God, like I just wrote it, and here it is. This is when we
I
talk
still
about,
do it.
yeah, when we
I
talk
did it
about,
last week and I got a call from Walt Disney who wants to buy 3 events with sponsorships across all 3. It could be a $200,000 sale. Easy and relaxed. They contacted me. Easy and relaxed.
Okay, so I'm going to use that example, right? When we talk about wealth with ease and you have agreed that it needs to be hard, you want Walt Disney as a client, so you got to drive up to Orlando, find the person, go through the, right, the doorkeeper, whatever, all that stuff that they say that's the only way. Where Barbara wrote her intention, right? We taught her how to do this and they called her. When I say ease, it doesn't mean that Barbara just sat there and like nothing's
It's something
happening.
that don't work,
It's
right?
learning what to do to make it easier for you.
I receive.
I receive. I love it. Barbara,
And
thank you for being on. Thank you.
All right. Anyway, it works, you guys. Do it.
Follow Barbara.
And it's ongoing for your life. Anyway.
Please follow Barbara on social media. All right. How about Vicky? Right before we go, we're gonna look at the time. All right, Vicky, hello. So Vicky, I brought on because last time we did a launch like this a few months ago, Vicky joined. So she's brand new. Barbara's been doing this work for forever, and you can see it has paid off for her for years, right? Barbara said, I'm still doing it. But Vicky just joined a few months ago. So Vicky, one of the things that I remember when you were enrolling, I remember you saying, wow, I have a lot to unlearn. I literally have made agreements that the only way I'm going to experience the kind of success that I want is to work really hard for it. And I've always intuitively known that that doesn't mean that's the only way. But for some reason, I've agreed so powerfully to this working hard. And so tell us a little bit about, like being in the program, the unlearning, and some of the, like, people want to know the tangible success, but the transformational success that you've had too.
Awesome. Thank you for having me, Tasha. I'm so excited. It was an immediate yes. First of all, I manifested you and Diane. I did that because months before I was even invited to the last challenge that you did, my daily thought was, I want to do less and make more. I was thinking that.
And then, I want to do less and make more. Can we all type that? Yes.
And then I thought, I need a mentor, someone who doesn't know me, someone I don't know. That way I know it was divinely sent to me. And then I manifested you and Diane. I did the challenge. And as you said, all my life for the last probably 35, 40 years, one of my daily mantras was determination and hard work equals success. That was the mantra that I said every day. And so as I was doing everything you said on the challenge, I was unlearning that, because another thing I started saying was, it's ease and flow or nothing. That was before I even met you. So it was like I could finish your sentences. I was just thinking that. She's saying what I'm thinking. This is my person. These are my people. And a couple of takeaways, some of the unlearning just started happening. I made a commitment at the beginning. I'm just going to do everything they say. Whatever Tasha says, I'm going to do it. Whatever Diane says, I'm going to do it. And I started doing that, and the unlearning was happening. Some of the breakthroughs for me were really more mental, which started producing financial breakthroughs for me. One was everything counts. Abundance is everything, whether it's a penny on the ground or an unexpected cash app. So now, since working with you and Diane, I manifest money every day, every single day. It can be a penny on the ground. I've gotten 6 speaking engagements. I also love the beach. I was like, I want to do less and make more while being on the beach. And so I would post in the group. I would post in the group different beaches that I was on, because I got invited to a speaking engagement that happened to be at a hotel or a resort on the beach. So I started posting all of these beach pictures. And then the last breakthrough for me, which is huge, second to the last, I get to decide. You kept saying that. And I will always say, in every moment we get to choose. I was saying it, but it's like water going into stony soil, right? Mm-hmm. Hearing you say, you get to decide. You get to decide. And I would just hear you in my head, you get to decide, right? And so when things felt hard or did not feel good, I would hear your soft voice. You get to decide. You get to do this easy and relaxed and fun. And so there was a lesson, I think, at some point where Diane shared, or you shared on one of our calls, where, you and Diane were working on a project and you were kind of frantic about it. And you called Diane and you said, "What are you doing? We have this project." And she said, "Oh, I'm sitting here looking at the water. I'm just relaxing, enjoying the day." And I remember this so vividly. And I leaned in. I was like, "Okay." And you're like, I'm like, "We got to get this done." And Diane, "I know. Don't worry. I'm just enjoying my view, you know." And then the point of that was, Diane, you said later, you heard from her and she had gotten everything done that she needed to get done. And the lesson was that Diane does not put forth any effort to do what needs to be done until she feels good. That for me, I was like, that's it. That's it. Because I wake up in the morning and I just lay there. And I thought, this is really lazy, right? But that story confirmed for me that my reticular activating system was shifting, that my brain was being retrained, and I was intuitively doing the science anyway. And so I just adapted that. Like, you know what? I get to decide. I'm not going to do anything until I feel good, because the better I feel, the more I allow. And so I'm getting speaking engagements, new clients, money on the ground, unexpected cash apps, new relationships. And it's just amazing. I know I manifested this experience. I manifested you. I manifested Diane. And so to those of you who are new to Tasha and Diane, I am here as evidence that it works. It works. I thought how much energy we spend on things that don't work and how committed we are to protecting choices that are hard, that don't work. Like, it's easy to think what can go wrong, but retraining your brain to only think about, well, what if it works? Well, it is working. Well, this is what I want it to look like. And so another takeaway for me that I'm so grateful for is that I get to script my life. I get to live as if it's already done, because it is, that this is not some hocus pocus. And I have to say, I've invested, and I shared this with you on our call, I've invested so much money in so many programs. And that's not to cast aspersion on anyone or any other thing, but just to get the ease and the flow. And I really do get to do less and make more, because the better I feel, the more I allow. And I have to say, Tasha, a big breakthrough for me that I haven't shared with you yet was that you are evidence for me, you and Diane, that there's more. I had really settled into this place of, I've had a great life. I've traveled around the world. I've met some amazing people, an incredible career. And I was kind of like, well, this is great. Like, what else could I want? And you gave me permission to even up level that. Like, there is so much more. And I'm like, really? Like, it's already good. So, okay. So whatever Tasha and Diane say, I'm going to do it. So I'm just excited. I was thinking, listening to you, I'm like, she is stuck like Chuck with me. She doesn't even know it. Like, you're just stuck like Chuck. Like, you and Diane are going to look up like, there's Vicky again.
There's
I'm
Vicky.
so here. I am so here. I am so committed. And most importantly, I am so grateful, because my brain is different. My thinking is different. And so now I just really look forward to every day creating more evidence, or allowing and receiving more evidence, and just up leveling, expanding just the fullness of God's dream for me. And
Amen.
you know, as a minister, you quote scripture, and that wasn't a prerequisite for me necessarily, but it was just like, she is my person. Tasha is my person. And I was like, do I share her? I was And so I just decided to become a conduit for you and just share you, because I know the more I share you and Diane, the more I receive. And so I sent this challenge to everybody I could think of. Like, you need to do this. Just trust me. Just sign up for it. And that's how I came to you. Marcella did that for me. I didn't even ask her any questions. I trusted her. She said, I think you would love this. I signed up. Here I am forever. So just thank you. Thank you.
Oh, Vicky, oh my gosh, look at me. I'm like almost in the screen. I'm coming at you. This is it's the reason why we do what we do. Thank you so much for
You're
being here, for
welcome.
sharing from your heart. I think one of the things that I tell people is like, look, I know there are a lot of challenges. I know there are a lot of people doing a lot of 5-day things, 2-3-day things. But you know what you can expect from me and everybody that I bring to share with you. I want you to hear us, but I want you to feel the truth. Because nobody can fake the truth. Nobody can teach you how to fake the truth. You over there listening, you feel the truth and the authenticity of what I'm saying and what everyone that I bring on is saying. And Vicky, you just spoke from your heart, and I'm so grateful. I just kept leaning in. So thank you for being here. Thank you for
You're welcome.
sharing. And what I want to say is, I could absolutely be the person who tells you about my amazing journey, going from being addicted to working hard to this life that I have today. But when you hear other women who, someone said in the chat, someone who started from scratch like me, or just, a few steps ahead of me, and to see that it's possible, that's why I bring people on to share with you. I know we went a little bit long, a lot long today. I promise we're going to be shorter for the rest of the week. But what I want you to take away from today is this journey. What I'm here to teach you is day number 1 is about realignment. It's about you giving up the idea that you have one way to create wealth, and you feed that belief and that agreement and that addiction to your reticular activating system, and therefore that is how you experience it. I get it. It's addicting. I did it. I fight myself today when I find myself in moments of trying to hang on to that agreement again. And so what else is available? There is more. There is another way. It's a lot easier. And you probably just need some support to show you how to get out of the way, get out of breaking the addiction of being yourself, creating a new identity so that you become this version of you faster. Right? And that's why I know I got called to do this, because there are women like Vicky who were praying, who were intending, who were seeking. Like Vicky said, she thought it was already good. Like, what else is there? But her future self was like, Vicky, there's so much more. How can I get you to open up to there's so much more? Let me bring this experience into your life. Let me show you someone else as evidence for you that there is so much more, right? And so that's probably why you were called here. If you're ready for it, you're ready to say yes. And I know you are. It's not if you're ready. You came because you're ready. You got pulled here because you're ready. Just do yourself the favor and go ahead and book your call. Come back here every day this week. Listen to everything else that we have to share. It's all going to make so much sense to you. You're going to see how powerful you are. And you're going to even more, like with everything in your being, go, I'm ready for this. I am ready for wealth. If that's you, make sure you book your call. There it is. Go to IamReadyForWealth.com. I'll see the VIPs tonight, 6 p.m. VIPs, check your email for your Zoom link. We're doing it on Zoom. And everyone else, I'll see you tomorrow at 12 Eastern. I promise you that we're going to be less than an hour tomorrow. I promise. But thank you for being here today. Bye, everyone. Have a great rest of the day.